I'm done with She-Hulk. I've given it 3 weeks. I can't do this anymore. I didn't think it could get any worse, but somehow it has. So instead of talking about it on the podcast, I'm gonna do a separate video addressing the fact that I'm done with this show, because episode 3 was the final nail in the coffin. Not only do you have a scene with social media accounts making fun of some of the misogyny that the show's been facing online, but also making fun of people who have genuine concerns with the way that Marvel seems to be taking things, with every superhero being a female replacement for one of the previous male heroes, which is a genuine concern that people should feel free to have. It's a concern that I have, it's a concern that many other people have. No misogyny involved. It's just the way that things are going. But they took time out of their day, I guess, or a couple of days, because it might have taken longer than that, to put this scene together. Basically trying to be like, booyah to the people throwing any criticism at the show online. Which, fair enough, you do what you want to do, but at the end of the day, it doesn't change the fact that this show is hot fucking garbage. It has been from episode 1, 3 episodes in, and it's still terrible. In fact, it's getting worse each week. So your booyah went absolutely nowhere. And then you bring in Megan Thee Stallion, of all people, as well, for a cameo. I don't know if she's going to be in more episodes or not. It looks like she's going to be. And then at the end of the episode, you end it with her and She-Hulk twerking. So, look at all that female empowerment going on right there. What's the fucking point anymore? The scene involving all the social media accounts is quite a quick one, so I don't think it's really one that many people are going to be holding on to, and I'm not going to hold on to it either. It's just something that I wanted to address, because there are people who genuinely dislike and hate this show and don't like the way that Marvel's going for other reasons rather than the fact that we're raging misogynists. And I'm not offended by it. Some people might get offended by it, but I don't like the way that all of this is going, where, oh, this show or movie has a female lead. You're not allowed to criticise it, otherwise you're a misogynist. It's like, no. The writers don't know what they're doing. The special effects are terrible. It's marketed as a comedy, and it's not funny. In these 3 episodes, I've chuckled, I think, once. So in about an hour and a half's worth of TV, that's not a very good average. It's got nothing to do with hating women or hating just female representation or shows marketed towards females. In my first time talking about this show, I said, oh, maybe it's not for me, because maybe it's marketed more towards women and I'm not a woman, so maybe women enjoy it more. But I'm way past that now. This show is one of the worst things I've seen in quite a while, and honestly I find it insulting that the MCU is going in this direction. Most of their Disney Plus shows are dog shit or mediocre at best. The way the movies are going are pretty dog shit or mediocre at best. Besides a couple, Shang-Chi was pretty good, Spider-Man No Way Home was really good. Whatever, I'm just a guy on the internet, another white guy on the internet complaining about something with a female lead, so even though people are bound to watch this video and listen to what I'm saying, I doubt a few people are going to take it on, so I'm probably going to get labelled as a misogynist or a hateful person no matter what. But so be it. This show, I'm not going to continue with it. I will check out these scenes with Daredevil in, because that's literally the only reason why I cared to check this show out in the first place, whenever that episode comes along. But I'm done with it. I'm going to see the more fun stuff version of Spider-Man No Way Home this weekend. At least I know that that's a movie that's actually put together well and something that I can enjoy, which isn't trying to pander, be anti-men, but be anti-men in a way that just shoots itself in the foot. And like I mentioned before with the Megan Thee Stallion scene at the end, you could tell they might have done it because they thought it was funny. That might be one reason. But there's also that argument online of, oh, women's sexuality, it's all female empowerment and stuff like that, and I don't think it is at all. I think it's kind of trashy, to be perfectly honest with you. It doesn't show female empowerment. It just... I'm not going to get into that, because I could end up cancelling myself, but I wanted to make this video anyway. Just a quick one talking about the latest episode of She-Hulk, not particularly in depth, but mainly as the show as a whole, I am completely done with it. I'm not going to continue. So, see you in next week's podcast. Enjoy the rest of your week.